Hello guys and welcome back to Sincere Academy. Sorry for the delay in the lectures, but yeah, here I am and taking your seventh lecture from the mutability and the repair of DNA as part of Watson summary series. So already we have discussed the different types of DNA damages and how to repair them. We have also discussed about the mismatch repair, etc. So today in this lecture, we are going to discuss about the base excitation repair enzymes that remove the damaged bases by a base flipping mechanism. So in today's lecture, we're going to discuss about the base flipping mechanism, which is a part of base excitation repair enzyme, base excitation repair method. Okay, so the most prevalent way in which DNA is cleansed of damaged bases is by repair systems that remove and replace the altered bases. तो ये आपका हो गया है सबसे बेस्ट तरीका किसी भी डीएनए डैमेज को रिपेयर करने का. So the two principal repair systems are base excitation repair and the nucleotide excitation repair. And आज के lecture में हम discuss करेंगे base excitation repair. Okay. So there's an enzyme called glycosylase which recognizes and removes the damaged base by hydrolyzing the glycosidic bond. Guys, ये एक important sentence है, आपको ये हमेशा याद रखना है. So whenever we talk about base excitation repair, we need to talk about the glycosylase. ठीक है. और ग्लाइकोसिलेज का क्या काम है? टू रिमूव द डैमेज बेस. कैसे? बाय ब्रेकिंग द ग्लाइकोसिडिक बॉन्ड. Now the resulting A basic sugar is removed from the DNA backbone in a further endonucleolytic step because अभी आपके पास न्यूक्लियोटाइड नहीं बचा, वहां पे बेस ही नहीं है, so only sugar and phosphate is remaining. So that becomes a that can lead to mutation. तो इसलिए उसको रिपेयर करने के लिए नेक्स्ट स्टेप रहेगा आपका एंडोन्यूक्लियोटिक स्टेप, जहां पे एक निक बनाया जाएगा एंड द डैमेज न्यूक्लियोटाइड को रिमूव किया जाएगा. So in this case, we have taken the example of uracil glycosylase reaction. So uracil glycosylase hydrolyzes the glycosidic bond to release uracil from the DNA backbone. So guys, look at the figure here now. Okay, so we have got the uracil over here. Glycosylase is going to break this bond. Now that bond is called the आपका glycosidic bond है जो, ठीक है. So now what will happen? Only phosphate and your sugar will be remaining and uracil आपका remove हो गया है. See here there is no uracil. ठीक है. So ये हो गया आपका first step, that is glycosylase ने आपका glycosidic bond cleave कर दिया है. Next step क्या रहेगा आपका endonucleotic step. Okay, so AP endonuclease cuts the DNA backbone at the 5' position of the AP site, leaving a 3' OH. Exonuclease cuts at the 3' position of the AP site, leaving a 5' phosphate. The resulting gap is filled by the DNA polymer. So हमेशा कभी भी कोई गैप रहेगा वो आपका बाय डिफॉल्ट डीएनए पॉल 1 ही आके रिपेयर करेंगे. दैट इज गोइंग टू बी फिल्ड बाय दैट एंड जो निक रह जाएगा उसको हमेशा डीएनए लाइगेज से ही उसको सील करेंगे. ठीक है. So guys, let's see once again. So you have got the glycosylase which comes and breaks the glycosidic bond, removes the uracil. Now this is your A basic nucleotide. ठीक है. Okay, यहाँ पे आपके पास base नहीं है, that's why it became A basic. Now second is the AP endonuclease comes and makes a cut. So now it is going to make a cut over here and removes this particular nucleotide. अब ये जो गैप रहेगा ये आपका डीएनए पॉल बना के फिल करेगा एंड डीएनए लाइगेज उसको सील करेगा. So endonucleotic cleavage also removes the apurinic and apyrimidinic sugars that arise by spontaneous hydrolysis. After the damage, nucleotide has been entirely removed from the backbone. A repaired DNA polymerase and a DNA ligase restore the intact strand using the undamaged strand as a template. So ये हम discuss कर चुके हैं. Okay, so DNA glycosylase are lesion specific and cells have multiple DNA glycosylases with different specificities. तो गाइस ये लीजन स्पेसिफिक है. अगर यूरासिल है तो यूरासिल ग्लाइकोसिलेज है, अगर थाइमिन है तो आपके पास थाइमिन ग्लाइकोसिलेज है. तो इस तरह के आपके पास डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ ग्लाइकोसिलेजेस आर प्रेजेंट हैविंग डिफरेंट स्पेसिफिसिटीज. ठीक है. ओके. थर्स a specific glycosilase recognizes uracil which is present as a consequence of deamination of cytosine. क्यों? Because हमें मालूम है डीएनए में यूरासिल नहीं होना चाहिए, मगर इफ सपोज दैट द डीएमिनेशन ऑफ साइटोसिन यानी कि क्या एमिनो ग्रुप अगर आपका रिमूव हो गया है, द साइटोसिन विल रिजल्ट इन द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ यूरासिल एंड डीएनए में यूरासिल नहीं होना चाहिए, राइट. सो दिस विल बी रिकॉग्नाइज्ड बाय द यूरासिल ग्लाइकोसिलेज एंड इट विल बी removed. And another is responsible for the removing OXO-G that is generated by the oxidation of guanine. So guys, these are the few cases which we have discussed already in the previous lecture. Now, cleansing the genome of a damaged bases is of a formidable program because each base is buried in the DNA helix. Now, how do DNA glycosylates detect damaged bases while scanning the genome? So this is a very important question. अब हमें ये तो पता है कि डीएनए ग्लाइकोसिलेज इसको रिपेयर करता है, मगर कैसे, कौन करता है भी पता है, कैसे करता है, दैट इज व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस ओवर हियर नाउ. So the evidence indicates that these enzymes diffuse laterally along the minor groove of the DNA until a specific kind of lesion is detected. So guys, if you see the structure of DNA, you can see that the DNA is having the major and the minor groove. Right. So while scanning the entire DNA, which is very important because after replication, it needs to be checked for its mismatching. अगर ये mismatch है या कोई गलती है, so that needs to be repaired as soon as possible. Now for this, what happens is these DNA, they are going to scan the entire DNA until a lesion is detected. Now, but how is the enzyme able to act on the base if it is buried in the helix? ये भी एक बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन है, right? So now this answer can be given by talking about the flexibility of DNA. So it's not like it's a rigid structure. Since it is already a helical, so we know that the DNA structure is not rigid. It can be bent. It has got a flexibility in its structure. Okay. So the X-ray crystallographic studies that reveal that damaged base is always flipped out so that it projects away from the double helix. And because of this flipping out, it is possible for the enzymes to come and detect the mismatch. Okay. Okay. So the X-ray crystallographic studies reveal that damaged base is flipped out so that it projects away from the double helix, where it sits in the specificity pocket of the glycosylase. Interestingly, the double helix is able to allow base flipping with only modest distortion to its structure. अगर सिर्फ एक base को flip out करने के चक्कर में हम ज्यादा twist हो जाएंगे, so what will happen? The entire DNA structure will get disrupted. तो एक छोटे से mismatch को repair करने के चक्कर में you cannot have the huge loss of having the entire DNA having disturbed. So look at the structure over here, guys. This is a 3D structure, and you can see that here the gray thing is the your protein or the enzyme glycosylase. Let us say this is glycosylase. Okay. Then this is your DNA. Now what goes wrong is the flipping. So you can see that आपका structure तो ऐसे आ रहा है. DNA helix is coming like this, right? So जो एक गलती है, that is actually flip out. एक तरह से इसको बाहर की तरफ निकाल दिया. So it becomes very easy for the enzyme to accommodate such mismatch flipped out base, and that's how it is able to act on it. I hope this thing is clear to everyone. Now, structure of an isolated DNA from a methylase structure. So if you see here, very beautifully the structure is there of the DNA helical. अब इसमें ये गलत हो गया है. So it is like flipped out. So this is how exactly it looks, the flipped out base. ठीक है. अभी आपके पास कोई enzyme होता, so it becomes easy for it to come over here and sit and catalyze the reaction. So this is how the mechanism helps in removing the mismatch or any mutation had happened. Now, what if a damaged base is not removed by the base excision method before DNA replication? क्या होगा ऐसा? Does this inevitably mean that the lesion will cause a mutation? अगर हम इसको repair नहीं करेंगे, so what will happen? So in the case of OXO-G, which has a tendency to mispair with a fail-safe system do exist. So guys, it's such a regulated process. आप ये देखिए कि एक अगर गलती होती है तो उसको सुधारने के लिए दूसरा है, दूसरे के लिए तीसरा है. So it's like a hierarchy over here just to make sure that your DNA is free of mutation. ठीक है? So a dedicated glycosylase recognizes OXO-G-A का base pairing, which is generated by misincorporation of an A opposite to G on the template strand. So in this case, however, the glycosylase removes the A. Thus, the repair enzyme recognizes A opposite to OXO-G as a mutation and then removes the undamaged but incorrect base. ठीक है? तो ये गलत है क्योंकि हमें G के पास C आना चाहिए, but it actually checks that instead of C it is A. तो ये recognize होने के बाद ही it actually removes the undamaged but the incorrect base. ठीक है? So look at over here. So we have got the OXO-G-A repair. So here the base oxidation happened. Because of this, it becomes oxo-G. Now what will happen replication में? अगर ये है तो ये process आपका normal रहेगा. This is your normal rotor strand. Now whereas in the case of oxo-G, it is going to base pair with the A. Now then, when this mistake has been noted by the enzyme, the fail-safe glycosylase gets activated and removes the adenine, and then it inserts the cytosine over there. So this is how it is going to this is how it is going to provide a second opportunity for the DNA glycosylase to remove the modified base. Now, another example of a fail-safe system is glycosylase that removes the T opposite to G. Okay. Now, first already we have discussed jahan pe A is base pairing with the oxo-G. Now we are going to discuss the another fail-safe system jahan pe it is going to remove the T opposite to G. Now, such a T-G mismatch can arise by spontaneous deamination of 5-methyl cytosine. 5-methyl cytosine आपको कहाँ mainly मिलते हैं? Guys, where do you see such things? आपको CpG islands में ये मिलेंगे, ठीक है? So over there, if suppose spontaneously deamination is happening, what will happen? 5-methyl cytosine will become your thymine, which occurs frequently in the DNA of vertebrates. Now, because both T and G are normal bases, how can the cell recognize which is the incorrect base? Guys, again, it's the same thing. The glycosylase system will assume. So to speak that the T in the TG mismatch arose from the deamination of 5-methyl cytosine and selectively removes the T so that it can replace with a C. Okay? So I hope this approach clear hai. So that's all, guys. So in today's lecture, let me summarize. So we have discussed about there are two repair system, base excision repair system and the nucleotide. So आज के lecture में हमने सिर्फ base excision repair हमने discuss किया है, and in that also like different examples we have discussed. So जैसे कि we have discussed how like so what will happen is suppose there's a deamination of uracil. So uracil will be present over there. The base pairing हो जाएगा तो DNA में uracil नहीं होना चाहिए, right? So that will be removed by the help of the uracil glycosylase. Then we have discussed where it is going to base pair A with the oxo-G. So there also we have checked. And the another fail-safe system where the fail-safe glycosylase gets activated whenever there's a mismatch between T and oxo-G. Okay, so these were the three examples which comes under the base excision repair system whenever there is a mutation about to happen in the DNA after the replication. So guys, I just hope you got the message कि important point क्या है. जब भी आप base excision repair सुने तो आपके दिमाग में आना चाहिए that they are going to talk about the glycosylase enzymes. So we have already discussed the enzymes and the structure and how exactly the base gets flipped out and removed, etc., etc. So go and watch again. If any doubts are there, you can comment me in the section and let me know. अगर आपके पास कुछ और queries हैं and you want to message me personally, please contact me on excelsioracademy1228@gmail.com. So till then, guys, take care.